What's up, Dunk Squad? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're back with Year 5 of the Madden 22 Detroit Lions Realistic Rebuild. If you tuned into Part 4, once again, we did the impossible with the Lions. We ended up making the playoffs again, just like we did in Year 2. But before we talk about what happened last season and hopefully what's going to happen in this Year 5 and the season finale, first off, congrats to John Madden on making the cover of Madden 23. Well deserved, coach. They couldn't have gotten it more right. Nobody else deserves to be on that cover, especially for this game that's coming out. So they got it right with John Madden, and rest in peace, coach. Well deserved again. And also rest in peace to Marion Barber. Marion the Barbarian, former Dallas Cowboy running back. Seems like we've been losing a lot of football players lately. It's crazy. But I remember Marion Barber he was like beast mode before beast mode. So rest in peace to Marion Barber. But the Lions making the playoffs once again, and hopefully we can win the whole thing, make the playoffs again, and win the whole thing and win the Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions. So let's waste no more time, man. Let's go ahead and meet the squad before the preseason and before the final year starts here in this rebuild. At quarterback, we got Rod Hanks, who's been a game changer for the Detroit Lions. Had a great season last season. Could get more touchdowns. He has not thrown more than 30 touchdowns, or he hasn't hit 30 touchdowns yet, but the yards have been great. He cut down on the interceptions. He has a lot of weapons around him, especially at wide receiver and tight end. If we can get the running game going, I think Rod Hanks will have a breakout season. And then Tim Boyle as a backup quarterback. Looking at the running back position, we shocked the world and traded DeAndre Swift last season within the division to the Chicago Bears, but it ended up working in our favor as he must have got injured or something. He didn't have a great season, and we took Jaron Hampton last year. I think at the tail end of the first round, we brought in Gus Edwards to be like our backup running back, kind of like that Jamal Williams role. And then at fullback, we got David Jackson still going into his fourth season. Now the receivers, this has been like the funnest position in this rebuild. St. Brown, superstar def. I'm very surprised Madden let me keep the def trait. Then you got Will Anderson, my white boy, who's been balling. Every time I put him in the slot, he goes off. This dude missed like a couple of games last season, still had 1,100 yards, still had 12 touchdowns. So imagine if he played a full season last season. Let's see if it doesn't even show how many games he played, but he missed like 3-4 games, and he still had 1,100 yards, just like his rookie season. So hopefully he can go off again. And then we even got Scotty Miller, who I was getting on last season because he wasn't really performing. And then towards the tail end of the season, he started balling out, got about 900 yards, almost 1,000 yards. And I love this three-headed monster, three-headed machine, three-headed GOAT at wide receiver. And then look at this. We get even better at the wide receiver position. Donnell Darby, who we took in the sixth round now. Hidden Dev, Draft King. You already know. But yeah, we got four great receivers along with TJ Hawkinson at tight end, Hammond, who got that star dev in preseason, then got robbed of it. So a lot of weapons for our quarterback, Rod Hanks. Then on the O-line, got Panay Sewell still at left tackle. Left guard, you got Jonah Jackson still, Frank Ragnow. We've kept this offensive line intact. We got Taylor Decker still. And then this guy, Dwight Richardson, who's still trying to come into his own. Had a better season last season, not allowing more than 10 sacks. Brian Bush, who was a top 5 pick last season. Hopefully he can develop and be that top 5 player. Tank Lawrence, who we brought in last season, actually had a good season. We only made him an offer because we were trying to get Derrick Henry at the time. But it was a great signing. Overall, we brought Levi Onwuzurike back in free agents because we needed a backup right in. I was like, hell, why not? Why not keep him for the whole rebuild? And then defensive tackle Jackie Wallace, who, we drafted as a superstar. He went up to X Factor. Of course, they robbed me because they realized I had too many damn superstar players on the team. But he had a down season last season. Hopefully he can bounce back now. The weakest position on this team, besides maybe safety, strong safety, is the defensive tackle position at that defensive tackle 2 spot. So we did bring in Eddie Goldman, who's a former Bear. Hopefully he can share some of their playbook so we can, beat their asses. But We brought in Eddie Goldman, and we are going to make a trade for somebody. I already looked at it with the Rams. They have a young third-year defensive tackle or right end who can move inside the defensive tackle on the trading block. So we're going to try to make a trade with them. But we brought in Eddie Goldman. We just got a bunch of like 60 overall guys down there. Left outside linebacker, got Jason Short, who's been a superstar dev during Super Bowl week a couple of times. Played defensive end for us, played linebacker. So he's still there at left outside linebacker. Still got Austin Bryant. Still got Bobby Okereke, who we signed the first season. Justice Pear, still, who we drafted a couple years ago in the first round. And then Jeff Okudah, who I think had a career resurgence here in this rebuild. Talk about 5 picks in 2022, 3 picks in 2023, 3 picks again last season in 2024. He's been nothing but good for us, and I'm glad Jeff Okudah is balling in this rebuild, living up to that number 3 overall pick hype. And then in the first round, we did take Sean Jones, cornerback. Desperately needed a cornerback 3 because Aurorie's played well, Okudah's played well, but we haven't been able to find like that third cornerback spot. We maybe thought Melifanu could have been that, but he was not that. So Sean Jones hopefully can become that cornerback 3, maybe even cornerback 2 if he can play better than Aurier. And then at free safety, we did bring in Kendall Fuller at corner. We moved him to free safety. I mean, he's 30 now. At that age, he could play free safety for us. And his overall didn't change or anything. And it gives us more depth there. Then at strong safety, we still got Tracy Walker, who's getting up there in age, but still holding on to his overall really well, especially with that normal dev. You thought he would have dropped a little bit more. And then kicker still got Rich Dickerson, and then punter Jack Fox. And I don't think we have any team captains to name. If we do, I was going to make my boy Rod Hanks team captain, but that's the roster going into year 5. It's Super Bowl and nothing for the Detroit Lions. Let's see if we can bring a chip to the big D, to D-Town. As we have the preseason, hopefully we don't have any injuries. As we win the first preseason game, let's go. Oh, I didn't make the damn trade. We'll do it. We'll do it the final week. But first, let's check out this camp standout, and it is Jason Short. So I'm going to say tackling because I think he was more of like a pass rusher. And let's simulate the last preseason game. We're actually undefeated, 2-0. And we actually go undefeated in the preseason, 3-0. But what I'm going to do right now is check out the free agents because, like I said, week 3 in the preseason, there's usually some different names. Yeah, let's see, like Puna Ford wasn't there before. Like David Onyemata was like the best defensive tackle week 1 in the preseason. Now Puna Ford is there. I want to check him out, but I think we're going to make that trade. Thought about bringing in Akeem Hicks. He also played for the Bears. Give us that playbook. I saw Chris Carson at running back, Michael Carter, Chuba Hubbard. Like, look at these names. Chuba Hubbard, Zach Moss, Naheem Hines. Zach Moss still has that star dev. That actually wouldn't be that bad of a signing. But I think I'm going to rock with Gus Edwards. But let's go ahead and make that trade with the Rams before we make any roster moves, before we do any cuts. And I'm going to show y'all, because I'm not trying to cheat the Rams or nothing. On the trading block, there he is, Marcus Banks. 25 years old, been in the league 3 years, going into his 4th season. Star dev. Don't know why they have him on the trading block. He had 3 sacks in 2024, just 1 sack last season. They didn't play him that much. They're not using him. So we're going to actually trade for him. And I would give up... Let's give up a 4th and next year's 3rd. That should do it. Ooh, really close. How about a 4th, next year's 3rd? What do they need? They need a quarterback, tight end, left tackle, and a left end. I really just want to give them picks. You can have Tim Boyle if you want. We really really don't have no left tackle. We don't have no extra tight ends. I mean, I could give them Hammond. They want to do that. But I kind of want to keep Hammond. Ooh, I could give them Onzariki. But that would just make our defensive line weaker. So we're going to stick with the picks. Let's give them, how about a third-round pick this year, because we're not going to be using it because this is the final season, and then I'll give you a fourth next year. So we flip the picks in the years. That should do it. A third this year, fourth next year, and they take it. Welcome Banks. We're going to move him to defensive tackle. But let's go ahead and check out the stats, see how everybody did in the preseason. We really didn't have any position battles. Goddamn Tim Boyle. 50-some overall, 4 touchdowns, no picks, but he's not going to start. Running back, Hampton was good. Gus Edwards had the 2 touchdowns. He's going to be running back 2. Shepard played good, but Darby, that star dev that we took in the 6th round, actually had a touchdown. Offensive line, Jonah Jackson was not good in the preseason, but he's the only option that we have at left guard. And everybody else on the defense played okay. Rich Dick did miss a field goal. Let's go ahead and make our cuts so we can get on to the regular season as we kick off the season against my Minnesota Vikings. But we do have an injury. Hopefully there's nobody important in this goddamn Jackie Wallace. But thank God we traded for that dude. And we got Eddie Goldman. So it's not like we don't have depth now at that defensive tackle position. Tim Boyle is going to make the team as our quarterback 2. We have a lot of running backs. I think we can go ahead and cut Austin and go at Griffin. First of all, this Trent dude, he can go on the PS. And then it's Craig Woodson. Don't even remember drafting him. Took him in the 5th round. Maybe we should keep all those running backs. Receiver, really, Darby, Shepard. Tell you right now, Randolph can go. Probably keep Hatchett because of his speed. Offensive line, we're keeping all of them. This guy, Dillard, can get out of here. Banks is moving to defensive tackle. And now with the injury to Wallace, he's going to have a lot of time to shine. Him and Eddie Goldman. We can put Braxton Ford on the PS. Yeah, see, a little perfect. 77 eggs scheme fit. Yes, sir. And then everybody else, all these damn defensive tackles. Gotta go. No more Hutchinson. Not going to keep him just because his name is the same as Aiden Hutchinson. Matthews. And then Lamar Grant can go on the PS. We just drafted him. Should be good at linebacker. Should be good at cornerback. Besides these 2 guys hiding down here, they can go on the PS. And then I think I want to keep that minor dude that we just drafted at strong safety. As we do got to cut one more person. I think we got those running backs. So I would rather keep minor over the running backs. We'll put Woodson on the PS. And we'll keep that safety. And let's go ahead and upgrade the team, adjust the lineup, and set the depth chart. Now, like I said, with the John Madden news being revealed as the cover to Madden 23, that means Madden 23 season is here. So I know we still got some teams to do, but we're really trying to get to that finish line in this race of finishing these damn rebuilds before Madden 23 comes out. And I actually can't wait. I saw some of the videos, but the franchise updates, even though it was not that many, very few, but can't wait. It's always exciting when it's Madden season. But let's go ahead to the depth chart as Hank will be our quarterback 1, Hampton and Gus Edwards, David Jackson, St. Brown is going to start, and then Anderson is going to be in the slot, Scotty Miller, Darby is going to be our wide receiver 4. Hawkinson, Sewell, Jackson better not play like he did in the preseason. Taylor Decker and Dwight Richardson on the O-line. We got Bush, Tank Lawrence, Onzariki, who could also play defensive tackle now. That gives us even more depth. And then we got Short, Okereke, Parrish, cornerback. We got Okuda. We're gonna go with Jones, Fuller, Tracy Walker. So all that is fine. And then special teams, they have Woodard, Austin. I'm actually gonna go with Woodard and Darby, and then punt return can be Sean Jones, the cornerback, and Will Anderson, our receiver. Jack Fox is the kickoff start. Long snapper is Ragnow. Hampton is the third down back. Power back is Gus Edwards. Slot receiver will be, where is he? Anderson, because he kills it in the slot. And then we can go with Darby, Scotty Miller. Rush left in. They want Tank Lawrence. Let's switch it up. Let's do Tank Lawrence on that side and Bush on this side, maybe. No, we're going to keep it how we've had it. Plus, Bush is better on the left. So let's do Bush. And on the right, let's do Tank Lawrence. D tackle. Now, this is going to be a little weird because we got Wallace is out with injury. So they have Goldman. All right, that's fine the way it is for now. And then linebackers, we got Short, Onzariki, and Parrish. Slot cornerbacks. Yes, we're going to do Sean Jones, Aurier, and I guess McDowell. We're going to do Woodard. And that's the team for right now. Until Wallace comes back at that defensive tackle spot. Let's see if we can kick off the season. Division game against the Vikes. 80 overall. 76 defense, 85 offense. Our offense has always been better than our defense this whole rebuild because we have a lot of firepower on offense. And this one, is that Jason Short? It is. So let's hopefully try to continue his breakout. And season goal, you already know what it is. Super Bowl or nothing this year. Make it to the Super Bowl. Hopefully we can even make it to the playoffs again, win the division. And then let's go ahead and make Jason Short sub linebacker 2. No, we'll do Paris. And let's see if we can kick off the season with a dub at home against the Vikings. They're 83 overall, so they're not a bad team. And we beat them 40-34 in a shootout. Both teams scoring a lot of points. The game might have won the OT, and they actually did. They were up 21-10 at the half. We came back in the second half, forced the overtime, and won the game. Ran the ball a little bit better, but look at those passing yards, man. Look at those passing yards. We did have a turnover, but we had a lot of third down conversions. 3 touchdowns for that damn quarterback who was taken in the same draft class now as Rod Hanks. And it looks like we made the right decision. At the time, looked like Jake McDonald was the better guy. Like he was like younger, bigger, better overall. Don't know his depth trait, but 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. What a hell of a start for Rod Hanks. We did give up 5 sacks, though. That's kind of concerning. Hampton, but Gus Edwards together, they were okay. And their fullback actually had a touchdown. And I'm telling you, my boy Will Anderson, that rookie season, he was in the slot. He did that every game. Second season, we took him out of the slot. We put St. Brown up there so he can get his superstar dev. And then last season, we put Anderson back. And now he's back again. And look at this. He's killing it. Him and Scotty Miller, the white boys, at receiver. Include Hawkinson, too. 8 catches, 86 yards. Touchdown for St. Brown, touchdown for Hampton. Dwight giving up 3 to Daniil Hunter, but Okereke was good. No picks. Rich Dick making his field goals. What a game. What a week 1. We dropped 40 points on them. A lot of passing touchdowns. I don't think Jason Short hit the dev trait. Yeah, he didn't. I never hit that shit, man. Every time it's down, when he's, I was poised. He wasn't poised for nothing. But weekly awards might go to Rod Hanks with those 5 touchdown passes and Daniil Hunter, who get the 3 sacks against our right tackle, Dwight Richardson. But shout out to Rod Hanks. And let's see if we can beat the Dallas Cowboys on the road. I think we beat them week 1 or year 1 or year 2. We upsetted them, I remember, at one point in this rebuild. And we do it again, 35-31. We got the Cowboys number. Got the Cowgirls number. We're running the ball very well. Like, not great, but good enough. A lot of passing yards. Our defense caused some turnovers. 4 touchdowns for Rod Hanks. That is 9 touchdown passes in 2 games. He's already leading the league in passing touchdowns. And Gus Edwards looks like he was a great signing. He's complimenting Hampton really well. Anderson in the slot is killing it. Scotty Miller with the 2 touchdowns. My white boys are doing a thug. Hammond with a touchdown. 2 sacks for Brian Bush, Jason Short, my other white boys, but on the defensive side, Tank Lawrence with a sack, Tracy Walker, Fuller, the safeties with picks, and Justice Parrish with the pick. We actually had a field goal block. Shout out to special teams. Special teams matter because Jack Fox had 3 punts inside the 20. 2-0 Detroit Lions in year 5 to start the season. I don't know why I clicked mock draft 1. I always tend to do that. Year 5, we don't need to look at the mock draft because we're not going to do the draft. If we were doing a year 6, we would. And the team that we're going to be doing next, I think, in the rebuild, because we go alphabetical orders, same division, NFC North, the Green Bay Packers. As Eddie Goldman's back, didn't know he was out. Where the hell is Wallace? When do we get him back? Next week. Next week, our defense is going to be more scary. But we have a TV game, primetime, division, rivals. We're leading the division right now. This will put us ahead even more if we can get a dub. We're at home, damn it. And we win 34-20. What's up with this offense? We're scoring a lot of points. A lot of points. And we ran the ball over 100 yards. They went for it on 4th down 3 times, and they still lost. So we were at 23-0. 23-0 at the half. Let's go, man. 11 touchdowns in 3 games for Rod Hanks. Hampton is playing okay. Austin with the touchdown. Anderson, 3 100-yard receiving games. St. Brown, 70 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Banks, the guy we traded for with the sack. Jason Short, Tank Lawrence. Sean Jones, the rookie first-round corner with his first career pick. And Rich Dick. 4 for 4, 54 yards. Let's go, man. 3-0, Detroit Lions. Who would have thought? Not going to get too happy because, Madden will make me melt down. Let's make sure Jackie Wallace is our rush D tackle. He is Banks and Ozariki. That's fine. Week 4, we have the 2-1 Carolina Panthers. We are on the road. Let's see if we can beat them and go to 4-0, and we win 16-3. What a defensive game. Not so much from the offense, but I'll take it. We've been scoring a lot of points the past 3 weeks. Still had a good passing game. What am I talking about? We just didn't score a lot of points. Shutting them down on 3rd down. They only had 2 conversions. Rod Hanks is killing it. Defense with some sacks and some interceptions. Scotty Miller, man. The white boys, 100 yards, including TJ Hawkinson. A touchdown for our 4th wide receiver, the 6th-round pick, hidden dev, Donnell Darby, his first career touchdown. What the hell happened to Will Anderson? Don't know. Don't care. Actually, I do care. But Penei Sewell giving up a couple of sacks. Jackie Wallace in his comeback game. 2 sacks off the rip. Jason Short with 2 sacks. I love that, man, because he's not even my damn sub linebacker 2. He's sub linebacker 3, but they use all 3 linebackers, I guess, in this scheme. Tracy Walker, Jeff Okudah with some picks, and Rich Dick just getting richer and richer and richer with those kicks. Not missing. 4-0 Detroit Lions. I'm already happy after year 2 when we made the postseason. I was like, this rebuild is already a success. If you can make the damn playoffs with the Lions, it's already a successful rebuild. So I was already happy. If we can make it three times, that'll be crazy. But let's see if we can beat the 1-3 Vikings. We already beat them week 1. This is our chance to sweep them. Look at the Bears sitting right behind us at 3-1. I wonder how DeAndre Swift is doing. But let's see if we can beat them, get our brooms, get our dustpans, sweep them up, and we do. 27-17. We're undefeated so far in the division. We've beaten the Packers. We swept the Vikings. We play the Bears after our bye week. 27-17. We're 5-0. We shut their passing game down. No turnovers. That's good. Rod Hanks, MVP. 7 sacks. And we beat Jake McDonald again, proving that we were the better quarterback from that draft class. Gus Edwards with the touchdown. St. Brown leading the way, but Anderson had a touchdown. Scotty Miller, the white boys, both with touchdowns. We abused Christian Darrisaw. 4 sacks for DeMarcus Lawrence. Banks with a sack. Brian Bush and Short, my other white boys on the defense. And Rich Dick does miss a field goal, but that is okay. And the Lions are 5-0. 5-0. 5-0. We are at the bye week. Don't have to worry about the contracts. I might just pay them anyway, just because we're doing so good. But man, Will Anderson, what a draft pick. What a draft pick, man. Let's do slot, because that's where he's doing the most damage at. Sean Jones, I want to see if he's been revealed. No, he's not an X Factor. I don't see the symbol. He's still hidden. Still could be an X Factor. Don't know just yet. And look at Darby. I swear, he had 2 points, bro. Please don't tell me he's a superstar. I'll start his ass over Scotty Miller right now. We don't know. We don't know yet. But I want to see whose contracts are, because the way we're playing, I'll pay these dudes. I would pay them. Yeah, nobody important besides Panay Sewell. Gonna keep our money. But our first meeting against the Bears, who are right behind us at 3-2, could be 3-3 or 4-2. They're actually 3-3. They lost. Vikings and Packers at 1-5, so we have a command and lead for the division. All we gotta do is just knock off the Bears, man. Knock off the Bears. This is the DeAndre Swift revenge game too. And let's see if we can beat them. Let's see if we can stay hot, or do we party too much at the bye week? Nope. 35-24 to go 6-0 to remain undefeated in the division, to remain undefeated on the season, shutting DeAndre Swift ass down. Now, it was a mistake. I wasn't thinking. When I traded him to the Bears, I was like, oh shit, that's the division. But hell, I'm glad I did it, because ever since they got him, they haven't been able to run the ball. They haven't been able to beat us. We've been running better without him. And that's no disrespect to DeAndre Swift. I love him in real life, but here in this damn simulation, in this rebuild, I don't love him. So it was hard to trade him, though. He was 24 years old, turning 25 at the time, 80-some overall, star dev, and we traded him. It's all about production, damn it. Did we drop 21 in the fourth quarter? Yes, we did. But 3 touchdowns, no picks for Rod Hanks. I want to see how DeAndre Swift did. Ha, 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 ha. 58 yards, 12 attempts. He actually didn't have a bad game. He averaged 4.8 carry, but look at that. Gus Edwards, 2 touchdowns. Hampton, 76 yards. Guess they both did better than him. Even Will Anderson averaged 5 with a carry, our wide receiver. Get out of here with that. Anderson with a touchdown. Scotty Miller with a touchdown. Pickney with a touchdown. So all three of our tight ends have a touchdown on the season. My white boy is getting some sacks. Kendall Fuller with the pick, playing great at that free safety position inside the 21 time for Jack Fox. We are 6-0. We're taking a commanding lead in the division. We've defeated everybody. Swept the Vikings, beat the Packers, beat the Bears. Now are my Seattle Seahawks going to be the ones to end our undefeated streak? And they're 1-5, 77 overall? I don't think so, but knowing Madden, it could happen. I don't want it to happen as much as I love my Seahawks. But we're in Detroit, and we lose. Must have talked the Hawks up a little too much. We weren't going to go undefeated anyway. If I had to lose to somebody, it would be my team. So 30-36, it was competitive. It was an overtime game, man. They outrushed us. Both teams passed the ball really well. They had a lot of yards. They were better than us on third down. Both quarterbacks played great. They got Kareem Hunt. Will Anderson was good, and they have a white boy named Fitzpatrick. He went off. God damn, they went off. Frank, Lockett, Kareem Hunt. St. Brown had a touchdown. Panay Sewell, that's why I'm not giving you that contract. Richard Dickerson making his field goal, but we were going to lose at some point. We weren't going to go 17-0. We were not going to go 17-0. But we have a breakout scenario for our quarterback, and he's been averaging like 3 touchdowns a game. So I think he can get it. I think he can do it. That would be crazy if he goes up to Superstar Dev. We need that right now. Actually, we kind of don't need it. Y'all know my luck with my quarterbacks being Superstar Dev. They play better usually when they're on star. And then we got Will Anderson trying to go up to X Factor. I think he can hit that too. They both can have a great game. Let's see if we can bounce back from that L to the Seahawks and beat the 2-6 Giants. Now, the Seahawks were 1-5. Okay, there we go. I wasn't finna lose to no below 500 team 2 weeks in a row. But 24-21, close game. Close game. So it looks like Hanks isn't going to hit it. Got sacked 5 times, too. Gus Edwards had 2 touchdowns, 90 yards for Hampton. Receiving, we're not going to hit that either. Donnell Darby, 5 catches, 70 yards. Why was he playing so much? Must have had an injury to one of our wide receivers. Panay Sewell's had a terrible season. Brian Bush, sack and a half. Jackie Wallace, Anzariki, Dickerson. Finally having a star dev kicker that makes kicks. So the quarterback breakout, I don't think we hit it, and I know we didn't hit it for Will Anderson. Yeah. He's playing great the way he is. No need to change anything. No need to change any dev traits. So we sitting good at 7-1. 7-1. 4 games up on the division. Damn, the Packers making a comeback. Bears slipping down a little bit. We get St. Brown back from injury. Will Anderson's going to start. St. Brown is just not having a great season for us. But now we got a tough Bengals team, 5-3. They are capable of beating us. Won't be mad if we lose to them. And I jinxed myself, but close game. Now, I will say this. The losses that we had have been close. 6 points in overtime to the Seahawks and then 3 points to the Bengals. I'll take that. They outrushed us. We outpassed them. We had a turnover that probably costed us the game. So 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Should have did that last week. He would have been Superstar Dev. Gus Edwards had a touchdown. Anderson had a touchdown. St. Brown, Scotty Miller, Hawk, Hammond with another touchdown on the season for him. Banks with a sack. And we only lost to 2 teams, and that's the Seahawks and the Bengals. So still sitting good at 7-2. Wonder if I thought that was the playoff picture. Wanted to see if we were the number 1 seed in the NFC, as we have a primetime TV game against the 3-7 Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I already lost to my favorite team. Will I lose to the team that I just can't stand the most in the Steelers? Let's see if we can beat them. We're in Pittsburgh TV. And we beat them 17-14 to get our 8th win of the season through 11 weeks. We shut their running game down. We shut their passing game down. Great game from the defense. Hanks with a touchdown. No, but he's got to be in an MVP consideration. got to be in the MVP conversation. Scotty Miller. Hammond has 3 or 4 touchdowns as our tight end, too. I love it. Don't know what's going on that left side with Jonah Jackson, Noah Panay Sewell, Tank Lawrence, Jason Short. They're getting a lot of sacks. Rich Dick making his kicks. Who would have thought, man? Like, I've done a rebuild with the Bills, and it was the worst rebuild I've ever done in my life. I'm coming into this with the Lions like, we ain't going to do shit. This is going to be the worst rebuild of my life. This has probably been like the funnest rebuild that I've done so far. And we haven't even won a Super Bowl yet. We ain't even won a playoff game. If I remember correctly, when we made the playoffs last season, I think we got bounced out or whatever in the first round. And I'm having a good-ass time doing this rebuild, developing these players, these auto-generated players, Will Anderson, Jason Shorts, Wallace. Anyway, we have a great chance to sweep the Bears like we swept the Vikings. We played the Packers week 15. We have a chance to sweep them. So 12:30 game. Must be like an overseas game or something. Let's get our brooms. Let's get our dustpan. Let's get our gloves. And let's sweep the Chicago Bears. See if we can beat them to get our 9th win of the season. And we do 13-10 low scoring game. We are 5-0 in the division. We couldn't run, we couldn't pass. How the hell did we win? They must have turned the ball over. They did. Bad game, and we still won. That means we're dangerous. That means we are dangerous. Laurier with a pick. They missed a field goal also. So they missed the field goal, turned the ball over. They probably should have won that game. They definitely played a little bit better than us. But we're 9-2. 4 games ahead. Don't know what happened to the Bears. They're just melting down. Now, this is an injury, and it is Dwight Richardson, but it's not like... No, he's actually playing good this season. We might have to look at free agency because I don't think we have any good backup linemen. Looking at right tackle, we got Jawan James, Mark Glowinski. Good kick out. Solomon McKinney, there's some good-ass linemen here. George Fant. Who's my backup, man? Let's see. Darby hasn't been revealed yet, but I'm looking at my backup tackle. Oh, it says Vargas, dude, man. Oh, my gosh. Sean Jones. Superstar dev, baby. Let's go. Draft king. Look at this defense. And this is with dev trait regression on. Still able to have a bunch of silver and golds. Let's go, man. But looking at the playoff picture to see where we are pictured, and we are currently the number 1 seed. The Vikings in the playoffs at number 7. I don't want them in there. I don't want nobody from the NFC North in the playoffs but us. But with them at 5 and 6 in the playoff picture, I think it's safe to say we are clinching. We're going to clinch a playoff spot. Anything could still happen. We could lose the rest of the games, but I think we're going to clinch a playoff spot. Now it's, are we going to be the number 1 seed in the NFC? Looking at the NFC, the goddamn Panthers, who we already beat, Cowboys, who we already beat, 8-3 and 9-2, respectfully. But I think we're a safe playoff lock. But let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Chargers. Oh man, hold on, because I didn't check to see how long Richardson was going to be out. I don't think Josh Vargas is ready to start. How long is Richardson out? If it's only a couple of weeks, we'll let it slide. 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks. But 5 and 6 Chargers. and we beat them. We beat them without Richardson, 28-14 to get our 10th win of the season. We could not run the ball, neither could they. They couldn't pass it. So great defensive game, and our defense has been on point. Rod Hanks has got to be in the MVP consideration. He was very efficient, 30 of 39. St. Brown, there you go, 107 yards, a touchdown, 2 touchdowns with T.J. Hawkinson. Vargas gave up only 1, so I guess we can manage with him. Tank Lawrence with a sack. Rich Dick does miss a field goal, but so did Eddie Pinero for them. And we are 10-2. Didn't expect this. Did not expect this. Vikings trying to make a strong comeback. So are the Packers. What the hell happened to the Bears? They were 3-2, and I was like, oh, they might go 3-3. They are 3-10. They have lost how many games in a row? They are currently projected to have the #1 overall pick, bruh. They've lost 9 in a row. They are bad. They are bad. And you know why? Because they got DeAndre Swift on their damn team. Weekly award, I think it's going to go to Rod Hanks for those 3 touchdowns. Yes, sir. Ski. 3 touchdowns. As we have another TV game, got to put us on TV. Breakout scenario for Rod Hanks again. Coming off that 3-touchdown performance, he's probably not going to hit it this time. He's probably going to throw 1 touchdown or none. And then week after against Green Bay, he's going to do it. But 5-7 Ravens. Let's see if we can beat them. And then we'll have prime time too, by the way. TV game, and we win 20-0. 20-0. 20-0 blowout. Let's go, man. We are dominating right now. As we have a chance to sweep the whole division with that Packers game. We shut the running game down. We shut the Ravens running game down to the point where they couldn't score a goddamn point. Not even a field goal. Shut their passing game down. They shut our passing game down too, though. He got 2 touchdowns. I don't think he's going to get that depth trait. Told you he wasn't going to get it. Hammond has 2 tight end system, baby. Bush, Wallace, and Tank Lawrence, Fuller, Okuda, Awarrior with picks. This defense has been probably the #1 defense in the league. I think they're the #1 defense in the league right now. Very underrated. 11 wins. 11 wins for the Detroit Lions. This rebuild is a success, man. I don't care if we don't win at all, bro. 3 playoff appearances within 5 years. 2 back-to-back, year 4 and 5. Also made it year 2 when we made mediocre free agent signings. This is a success. It's a success. It's a success. Need to get a playoff win, though, as Rod Hanks. I don't want him on Superstar Dev anyway, because he's playing pretty damn good. But we have a chance to sweep the whole division, and I would love to do that. What does St. Brown need to work on? Short route running. We'll just do route running. Is Jason Short a scheme fit? He is. Power rusher. He's been robbed of a couple of superstar dev traits. I also want to see Darby. Why does he have 2 points? He might be superstar dev. What if I got a superstar dev receiver in the 6th round? That'll be crazy. Have a chance to sweep the whole division. And we're going to do that by 1 point. In year 5, the Detroit Lions have 12 wins. We have swept the NFC North, so we can put our brooms up, put our dustpans up. We've swept them. We have swept the whole division. This rebuild goes down as this is. I should end the video right now. I should end the video right now. Right now. Just to end it on a good note, because I know we're probably going to end this with a playoff loss. 21-20 to sweep the division. We haven't been running the ball good, but we passed it good enough. 2 touchdowns, no picks from Hanks. We did give up 5 sacks, though. Yeah, we did not run the ball good at all. Quarterback had a rushing touchdown. St. Brown was good. Austin was good. Gus Edwards was good. Jonah Jackson and Sewell. I don't know what's going on that left side. Tank Lawrence, Jason Short, Sean Jones, Brian Bush, all with some sacks. Inside the 21 time for Mr. Jack Fox. 12 wins. Division. Kings. Darby back from injury. Dwight Richardson back from injury. We have a Player of the Week award. Let's make sure Darby is actually slot. Yep, make sure he's on the kick return team. Don't screw me, Madden. And punt return. Who the hell did I have? Sean Jones? Yeah. Let's do that. Weekly award. I'm thinking maybe Rod Hanks. Got to be in the MVP race. I'm telling you, got to be in the MVP race. We only have 3 games left. We have a chance to go 15-2. This is our third quarterback breakout. Third one. Third time's a charm, right? Maybe he hits it this week. But we have the 8-6 Commanders. They're looking to make playoffs. We get our offensive line back, our right tackle back. Let's see if we can beat them to get the 13 wins, and we do, man. 13 wins with the Detroit Lions. Let's go. Let's go, man. 20-14. 14-0 at the half. 20-0 going into the third quarter, and we almost blew it in the fourth quarter, but we're finally able to run the ball. We shut the running game down. No turnovers, a lot of third down conversions. 2 touchdowns for Mr. Rod Hanks. 2 touchdowns for Mr. Anderson. Sam Cosme getting abused, bullied by Tank Lawrence. 3.5. Sean Jones with a half sack. A pick for Bobby Okereke, who's been kind of quiet this season, actually. And we have 13 wins. 13 wins. Probably going to have the number 1 seed. We went 0 for 3 on the quarterback scenario. We have another TV game against the 8-7 Eagles trying to make the playoffs. Let's see if they're even pictured. Yeah, they're number 4 right now. We beat the Commanders. They're a playoff team. Let me look at that playoff picture again, because I think we beat most of those teams. We beat the Panthers, who are number 2. We beat the Cowboys, who are number 6. Now we have a chance to beat the Eagles, who are number 4. We haven't seen the Bucks or the 49ers just yet. I don't think we played them at all this season. But TV game, we're going to upgrade our team. Rich Dickerson, I think he still needs to work on his accuracy. So we're going to go accurate. As he lost his depth trait. Brian Bush, I'm going to go speed rusher. Shout out to A.J. Parker, too. He had, 2 picks 2 years in a row as a backup strong safety? What a story for him. We cut him or moved him to the practice squad, bumped him back up because we had an injury 1 year, and moved him to strong safety, and he's been balling since. But now we have the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 8-7. We have a chance to go to 14 wins. This team, I'm so proud of them. This is probably the most proud team I've ever been proud of. We win on Thursday night. We never win on Thursday night games, but that's just how special this year 5 is for this Detroit Lions. 3 touchdowns. Man, see, they always do it the week after. 3 touchdowns, no picks. It's probably going to trigger another one, too. But our running game, man. Anderson, 100 yards. St. Brown was good. Scotty Miller was good. Tank Lawrence, Bush, that D-line is killing it. Jeff Okudah, Parrish picks. Rich Dickerson, after I give him a little point for accuracy, he decides he wants to miss. I think it's safe to say we have the number 1 seed. Yeah. Panthers so close, but not close enough. We are actually going to have the number 1 seed. I could rest my starters. I'm not going to do that. Let's upgrade our team another time. Let's see. Hanks, what does he need to work on? He's not scheme fit anymore. Try to get that scheme fit back. Mr. Jack Fox, he definitely deserves it. Not a superstar dev anymore. Still star dev. Needs to work on his accuracy. Yeah, we'll do it. Kick accuracy 2. Will the Detroit Lions have 15 wins or 14 wins? Either way, it's impressive. 15-2 with the Detroit Football Lions. And we ended the season. The only 2 teams to beat were my Seahawks, who I don't even think are in the playoffs, and then the Bengals. Only 2 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game winning streak to go into the playoffs. We have a first round bye. We were down 28-14 at the half and dropped 22 in the fourth quarter. Look at those passing yards, man. We got outplayed on third down. We got outplayed and still won. Who the hell is Ben Ramirez? Looks like a pretty damn good quarterback. David Jackson, our fullback, had to get one. And basically, like another fullback, and Gus Edwards had a touchdown. Who the hell is Andrew Kilgore at tight end? But you know who the hell Amon-Ra St. Brown is. 141 and a touchdown. Anderson 93. T.J. Hockenson 83. Scotty Miller 54 and a touchdown. Hampton 20 and a touchdown. Short, Lawrence, Okereke, Dickerson. What a season. What a season. I will remember this season for as long as I continue to play the Madden games. 15. My voice is cracking. I'm so goddamn happy. 15-2 with the Lions. 3 playoff appearances in this rebuild with the Lions. 3 out of 5. 1 division title. We're looking for a playoff win. No, hell, we have a first round bye. If we can win our first playoff game, we'll be in the NFC Championship game. And then the success will be a rebuild. Don't even need a Super Bowl at that point. Weekly award for that last week goes to Rod Hanks. He got it like 5 times, bro. He better be MVP. Let's go ahead and upgrade the team. I want to see what Darby is. Please reveal him. Please reveal him. Not going to get revealed because he's not getting enough snaps. Need to work on his deep route running. Yeah, he's already scheme fit too, so that's perfect. Put that up. Let's go. Great wide receiver 4. But looking at our rankings, we're 15th in points per game. Passing yards, number 6. And I said this defense was the number 1 defense. They're number 2. Number 1 when it came to points per game. They were number 2 in passing yards and rushing yards. So the number 2 overall defense. 6 passing yards. The only thing we need to work on is running the goddamn ball. But that's always been our weakness this whole rebuild. But, man, the number 2 defense, let's go, man. Looking at the top performers, you have Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, Amari Cooper, and my boy, favorite receiver I've ever drafted, William Anderson, the new Wes Welker or the new Julian Edelman. 80 catches, 13, 09, and 12. Danielle Hunter, Jeff Simmons, Tank Lawrence, 17 sacks up there, 12 TFLs. Let's go. Xavier Howard, Kenny Moore, Shaq Griffin, Fred Warner, Deion Jones, and Patrick Queen. Looking at the stats, whoa. 12th in offense, defensive yards, number 1. Points scored, 15. We were the number 1 defense. What are they talking about, number 2? 4,661 yards, 40 TDs, 5 INTs, 67 completion percent, almost 70. He averaged 274.2 yards per game, rating 114 flat. Longest pass, 81 yards. We did give up a lot of sacks in 42. What a season for Rod Hanks. His best season by far, career year. I said at the beginning of this rebuild, I feel like he was going to have that breakout season. All these weapons we put around him, it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time. Didn't even get over 30 touchdowns the first 3 years. And boom, 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 boom. Rushing still needs some working on. But when we got a quarterback and receivers, we probably don't need to run the damn ball. Look at him. And he also had a rushing touchdown. Let's go. Longest rush of the season was 9 yards. Embarrassing. But receiver. We saw the season Anderson had. St. Brown was pretty damn good himself. T.J. Hawkinson was outstanding. Scotty Miller liked the touchdowns. And Hammond had 4 receiving touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. 5 total touchdowns from our tight end, too. Let's go. Darby had 100 in the touchdown. Longest pass of the season, 81 yards to William Anderson. Offensive line, I can't wait to see this. Not as bad as I thought. Panay Sewell, Jonah Jackson, they were bad on the left. Richardson only played 14 games. Ragnar wasn't good. Taylor Decker was actually okay. And then looking at the defense, Okereke led the team. We did not have. That's how good our defense was. We didn't have a 100 tackle person, so they weren't on the field a lot. Parrish had a good season. Okuda, man, he's been solid, man. 3 picks the past 3 seasons, every season, man. Sean Jones, okay rookie season. Tracy Walker actually wasn't bad. Tank Lawrence had that B season. Jason Short had a good season. Kendall Fuller came in. Money well spent. Why the hell was this guy Rashad Harris in the game? I don't remember Okereke getting hurt. They didn't tell me. Warrior, 2 picks. 3 sacks for the newly acquired Marcus Banks from the Rams. Brian Bush, 8.5. Jackie Wallace, 3.5, and he was injured. Where the fuck is Bobby Okereke? Oh, there he is. Must have been hurt or something at one point. I don't know. Sacks, we saw Tank Lawrence. TFLs, Tank Lawrence. Forced fumbles, we had Rashad Harris. What a hell of a season. Why did he have so many tackles? But we had a block for Marcus Banks. We had no safeties and no defensive touchdowns kicking. We did have 1 extra point that was blocked, and then he missed 1. But when it came to field goals, he only missed 3. Great percentage. Longest was 55-yard punt. Averaged 53.3 inside the 20 11 times. Longest 71. We had no special teams. Touchdown. Yearly awards. Please give it to us. Please give it to us. Hanks. God damn Josh Allen. That's karma for me talking about that horrible Bills rebuild I did. Comparing that to this Lions rebuild. God damn it, man. Number 2, runner-up. Coach of the year, give it to me. No Vision Duncan. I believe that's the second one. I think they gave me Coach of the Year that second season when we made the playoffs for the first time. So we've been getting Coach of the Year a lot lately. But well-deserved. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes... Not just Robin Hanks, man. They should motivate him to go on a run in the playoffs. Defensive Player goes to Danielle Hunter, so the NFC North, but no Lions. St. Lawrence at number 4. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jeff Franks of the Seahawks. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to J.J. Hutchinson on the Commanders. Sean Jones all the way down at 10, just disrespecting Lions. But we do get Best Quarterback. He will go up to Superstar and during the Super Bowl week. Running back goes to Christian McCaffrey. I don't see our running back, and I also don't see DeAndre Swift. So we worked out for us. Will Anderson, best receiver, so we get best quarterback and best receiver. 2 new superstar X Factors. Offensive line, Frank Ragnow. Okay. Panay Sewell at 4. Taylor Decker at 8. Jonah Jackson at 10. D-line goes to Daniel Hunter. Our division is just robbing us. Tank Lawrence at number 2. Best linebacker, Fred Warner. Jason Short at number 9. Best DB goes to Ben Boone on the Cowboys. And then Okuda at 10. Best kicker goes to Matthew. Is that our former kicker? No, I think it was Patterson. But we come in at number 5. Rich Dick. We are the number one seed in the NFC. We are the number one team in the playoffs, period. But looking at who we could potentially face, got the Vikings making it, and the Packers made it. So all three teams in the NFC must have had a down year because the Packers and Vikings finished. Oh, okay, shit. The Packers finished 10-7. Vikings 9-8. But let's see who we're gonna be playing. We're 82 overall now. Division, and this is just perfect. It's the two quarterbacks from that draft class where I felt like the Vikings had got the better quarterback. It's the two from the draft class. Let's get his physicality up a little bit. But yeah, this is perfect. Division opponents, division rivals in the divisional round of the playoffs. And I think what I want to do here is let me go check out something real quick. Let me go check out our boy. We're going to go to the division a little bit. Let's go to the Vikings first and look at Jake McDonald. He was a star too, just like our quarterback. Didn't play the first two seasons, but when he did, third year, not a bad year. Yards were bad, touchdowns were bad, picks weren't. And then he had a good season. He had a good season this year. Let's go to the Bears and look at Mr. DeAndre Swift. He's starting. He's starting over there. And this nigga had one touchdown. He peaked in 2022 with us. But we got the Vikings, who are 9-8. They are better overall than us now. Their offense is better. They're at 89. Their defense is at 81, better than ours. So they can beat us. They're better than what their record says they are. And I want to look at their roster again. I only looked at the quarterback. Still got Dalvin. Still got Jeff. They added Hollywood Brown. Quintez Cephas, our former receiver. Tyler Conklin and Irv Smith. And an X-Factor tight end, Franklin Beasley. What the fuck? Okay, we could lose this game. They signed Quentin Nelson. They got a good offensive line. Still got Brian O'Neill. Still got Daniil Hunter. Drafted some good defensive tackles. Should have traded with they asses. Got a young left outside linebacker. Joe Tryon. They got a superstar cornerback. And Greedy Williams. They signed Justin Simmons and Juan Thornhill. They're a good-ass team. They drafted really well. They're better than they're really better than their record. But we were the number one team in the league. But it might be a little different here because we're super sim it. I feel like I might have better luck if I just straight up sim it. But y'all know how we do. We simulate the wild card, super sim the other rounds. As there goes my boy Rod Hanks, who has turned this Lions franchise completely around. Just a complete 360. We've been here. This is our third time in the playoffs now. With a little bit of experience, can we get our first playoff win to send us to the NFC Championship game? What a season for Mr. Rod Hanks. He's definitely a new superstar.
This fan base have been craving.
And let's jump right in. As we get the ball first, they got Rodrigo Blankenship too. We start off with Hampton. Pass to him for 15 yards. Now we're feeding him. I don't think we should be running the ball. There we go. Air it out. St. Brown for 16 yards. Rushing with the quarterback. Another pass on third down to Will Anderson, and then a touchdown to the other white boy, Scotty Miller. Let's go. We make the extra pointer. Now they get the ball. Hollywood Brown. And they go Tyler Conklin. Dalvin Cook now. Yeah, this team is good, man. It's not going to be an easy win. Third down and long, and they move backwards. Darisaw with a big penalty, and then they get a field goal for Blankenship. Good showing from the defense. And now our offense is driving, bro. If they can't stop us, Go for it. Damn it. Thought we should have been aggressive there. 4th and 2. Because now we might pay for it. We can't stop their offense. Okay, let's go. Big play to Scotty Miller. Let's go. Run it down their throats, damn it. That's right, we just got to keep throwing the ball. They can't stop our air attack. Third and 7, we get stopped. We got to kick the field goal. This nigga. Missed a fucking chip shot field goal to tie the game. That would happen to the Lions, bro. It's 3rd and 13. Okay, there we go. Make them kick the field goal. All right, big play to St. Brown. Get stopped. Get in field goal range. Make up for that miss. Okay, there we go. He makes up for the miss. 13-10 going into the third quarter. We got to get a stop, and then we got to put some points on the board. Now we can't stop their offense. Till they get to the red zone. Now it's 3rd and long. 3rd and 11. They're going to kick the field goal, and they make their field goals. But we're only down 6. They still win this game. Punting the ball. Defense got to show me something now. Show me something. Fuck, man. I haven't been having any good luck with this damn Super Sim shit. Okay, we're holding them to field goals. That's the good thing. But our offense is looking a little bit stagnant. And if we don't get a stop here. Okay, we get a stop. That keeps us in the game. But we have to turn up this 4th quarter. If we want a chance to go to the NFC Championship game, you got to go for that if we didn't get it. Actually, we did get it. Let's go. Got to score. Got to score here. 3rd and 6. Go for it. Kick the field goal, down 6. Just need a stop on defense. 3rd and 6. They're in field goal range. They can make it an 8-point game. Touchdown probably puts it away. Now it's 3rd and 6. They don't get it. We're down 9. You got to think about that missed field goal, man. This game is not over, though. Make the field goal. We're only down 6, 4 minutes to go. We got all 3 timeouts. We got the 2-minute warning. It's 3rd and 4. They get the first down, and there's a penalty. Wallace. The fuck, man? They got to kick the field goal. They make it. It's game over. They go for it on 4th down. They get it. They beat us. They were the better team. We're going home. Year 5. With a chance to go to the NFC Championship game. Fuck. Damn, I didn't want it to end like that. The way this team played all season. One of my favorite teams that I've built, man. And like I said, I'm not going to be mad about the results. This rebuild was a win in my book, even though it didn't end with us getting a ring, a championship. I think we did pretty damn good. And I'm going to go to this conference because I was the coach of the year. I'm coaching the damn, I'm going to cut loose. Fuck this shit. Cut loose, get them staff points, and Browns Bucks Super Bowl. What seed was the Bucks? 5th seed. Well, at least they beat Green Bay. They did me a favor. They beat Green Bay, sent their asses packing, and then they got revenge for us, and they beat the Vikings and sent their asses packing. So thank you, Tampa Bay, for handling business for us. Not letting neither one of them get to the Super Bowl. But look at that. Rod Hanks starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. We're starting head coach in the Pro Bowl. Receiver Will Anderson, that's 2 for us. Hawkinson, that makes 3. Panay Sewell makes 4. Ragnow makes 5. Decker makes 6. Lawrence makes 8. He's also starting. Jeff Okuda, I done lost count. I think we're at 9. Jack Fox makes 10. Shepard makes 11. My other favorite number. 11 Pro Bowlers here in year 5 for the Detroit Lions. And looking at the, what is it called? Dev trait upgrades. I think Hanks should be superstar. He is. Boy, I wish he would have hit that in season. But looking at everybody else, Rod Hanks is superstar. Will Anderson went up the X Factor. This motherfucker Darby, who we drafted in the 6th round, was superstar. So we had 3 superstar receivers. Scotty Miller. Offensive line ain't gonna change. Wow. To have Dev trait regression on. When I look at this offense, we looked at the defense earlier, how we had all those silver and golds. And now I'm looking at the offense. Silver and gold. Silver and gold, a little bit of red. Only Brown is our fullback. You only see this when people turn the dev trait regressions off, because you see how many times we get robbed. Like, I am so proud of this team, man. I want to keep doing this damn rebuild. Because look at Darby, never got a chance to, oh man. Then on the defensive side, Tank Lawrence goes up, he's going to get robbed. We saw Jones, we drafted him as that. Okuda went up, that's the 2nd time he's gone up. He's been robbed before. Parrish went up the star. Let's go, man. Only Brown on this side, Tracy Walker, and he didn't play bad. So, man, just a great rebuild, man. Great rebuild. I loved it. I loved it. I love the Lions rebuild. Can't believe I'm saying that. But let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Browns, Bucks. Going for the Bucks. And the Browns beat them. I think in overtime. Who the hell is that Ben? When we played them and he played lights out, even though we beat them in the regular season, I was like, who the hell is Ben Ramirez? He is the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen, who stole the MVP from us, was the NFL MVP. Yours truly was Coach of the Year. Josh Allen, Offensive Player of the Year overall. And then Jeff Simmons, Jeff Franks of the Seahawks, rookie wide receiver. And then J.J. Hutchinson, Commanders, left outside linebacker for them for Defensive Rookie of the Year. But it was a great rebuild, man. Rod Hanks taking over for Jared Goff. Turned out to be our franchise quarterback. Had a little problems with the running game, trading DeAndre Swift. My favorite white boy of all time, Will Anderson, him and St. Brown. And you can even throw Scotty Miller in there, too, as he lost his star dev trait. Definitely would have started Darby then going forward in the future. But, yeah, the receivers were great. TJ Hawkinson was great. The offensive line was a little underwhelming at some times, especially like with their overalls and their dev traits. We traded DeAndre Swift at running back. Then on the defensive side, Tracy Walker did well enough to stay the whole rebuild. Jeff Okuda, look at that, already robbing him of his depth. Didn't we just see that he was superstar? We just saw that he was superstar. They robbed him. Harris got robbed of his star depth, but Jeff Okuda was great. Warrior was solid. The whole rebuild. Bringing in Tank Lawrence. We had the Okwara brothers. Romeo was okay at the time. Wallace, another one of those great draft picks. Short taking over for Okwara. Yeah, just a great rebuild, man. Just Jack Fox at punter doing his thing, and yeah, man, great rebuild. This will go down as one of my funnest ones that I've done so far. But that'll wrap it up for the Detroit Lions Madden 22 realistic rebuild, all 5 parts. Until the next rebuild, I think we're doing the Green Bay Packers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Peace out. Dunk Squad.